Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron. I was going to say Europa, but this is not Europa in the slightest. Now, fair warning, I didn't get much sleep last night, so it's possible that I'm going to be a little loopy today. We'll find out. So for now, our main issue here, of course, we're in a war with the British Concordat. Our main issue here is a logistics one. You can see we've definitely got an issue with logistics in a number of locations, particularly up over here. And that's not terribly surprising at this time. So I want to build a logistics hub. I really think we only need one. And I'm thinking about its position right now. Here would be an okay position. Here would be a better one, but we don't have that. So we'll go here for right now. That seems good for the moment. And then, of course, we want to up this rail level. That'll be absolutely fine. We're still working on upgrading our naval base here, and that's going to take a little while. So that seems okay. But we'll tick forward and continue to burn through their supplies a little bit. But we're not going to get significant progress for a while here. That's very obvious. So at this point, we have some naval invasions planned for here and here, but we're not actually expecting to need to do those because we've got this out over this way, and they are going to launch in 5 days. So let's tick on forward, and let's see what happens with Port Blair. If we immediately take Port Blair, and the UK capitulates, that could be very good for us. If that happens, and we get control of all of their little islands, or the few little islands that they have, I should say, then our plan is probably going to be to launch from Christmas Island and invade Australia at that point. So, we'll see what happens. That's kind of the idea here. We'll have this war wrapped up pretty quickly. No doubt about that. So at this point, we're just kind of waiting for these guys to go, and there they go. So let's see what we've got here. There was an American operative that we captured. Okay. So there's a lot of people on this island. Okay. That's noted. We're going to continue to try this. There's a war in Chile. Okay, so we gave up on that. We're going to try it again in 120 days. That's a little bit unfortunate for sure. But we'll continue to press forward up over this direction if we can. I'm wondering what their supply situation is here. Okay. We'd love to capture this naval base. And in fact, that's what I'm going to order these guys to do right now. If we can get that naval base, that's going to be a big, big gain for us. So let's do that immediately. Looks like we are going to get it, although their tanks got there before we did. So that's unfortunate. Let's see if we can push their tanks out, but it's not looking great. So we're probably going to need to wait on this until we get our logistics under control here. We'll want to increase this naval base even further. That's not surprising. And of course, eventually we'll get Rio Negro finished up here. It's going to take a long time, though. No doubt about that. That supply hub is going to be lengthy. But we are pushing up over here, kind of. We got pushed back over here. Okay. Well, that's fine for now. It's not the end of the world. But what we can do is we can bring over... This is a tank brigade here. I'm just trying to think about who we might want to bring over. I'm thinking these guys. So we're going to bring them in, like this. And we'll redirect these Marines here in a moment. But for now, we need to bring in some reinforcements. But our biggest issue over here is simply supplies, right? I'm going to dig in land forts here, here, and here. We're going to get those going immediately. Just so that we have a fallback line that is not threatening our naval base. So that'll be fine. We are going to have slightly better supplies here, but the supplies are going to be a significant thing for a little bit. No doubt about that. So we're fighting over this territory here. That's okay for the time being. Now, I want to hop out over this direction, and I'm going to redirect these guys. Instead of being here, I want them to repeatedly naval invade Port Blair as well. We can do it from maybe a slightly different location, like down over here. So a naval invasion from here to here. Actually, what if it was to here? Awkwardly, that heads out into this sea zone. But I kind of want to do that. So I'm going to split this. We're going to have the current selection of ships, and we're going to move this into a new fleet here. Did that actually... No, that didn't. Okay, never mind. We're going to put back that admiral. Where is he? Something went terribly wrong there, I feel like. Where did our admiral go? I'm going to take it forward a day, and we'll see if that updates the admiral. We should still have that admiral. Yeah, it just wasn't updated. Okay, perfect. So I want these guys to be patrolling here, but the idea was that we wanted to split the task force in half with these guys coming down here. Like that. But we really need this task force to move out into another fleet. So we're going to do that. And then these guys are going to be up here. Okay. So it'll be something like this. There we go. So that'll be fine. And once our Marines make their way over, which will take them a little while, I'm not sure exactly how they're going about it. Well, it'll take them a little while to get there. They're apparently deciding to walk on land. So once they get there, they can run that invasion. Actually, no, I'm not going to tell them to run that invasion. There we go. Okay, so that'll do for now. We can see that there are some people out over here as well. So that's noted. But I think there's fewer. But we'll see. We will see. It's going to be awkward any way we slice it. So that seems fine for now. We're letting these guys regenerate a little bit over here. And we have reinforcements on the way. They'll arrive eventually. But what we really need more than anything here is to just get our supplies set up better, right? That's absolutely understood. I'm going to remove this order. And I'm going to have these tanks that are currently here, which should be this army. Okay, they're in a balanced manner. Sounds good. So we're just going to dig in here, and we're going to please stop attacking for now. Okay, so we're going to dig in here. We've got some levels of land fort here. We're just going to dig in on our toehold and prepare for that. I do want to bring...
Come on.
Where are these guys? Okay, these are the ones heading up over there. Sounds good. Where's this force? Okay, they are preparing for this invasion. That's fine, I guess. Why don't you go ahead and execute that? So let's get that done. And then the plan is going to be that they're going to come down and naval invade from like here to here. That's only one sea zone, so that seems reasonably fine. So we'll get that taken care of, and reinforcements will arrive down here. By the time they arrive, I expect our supplies will be in a much better position. Now, something's odd on these rails, isn't it? Yeah, this changed. I definitely want these rails built up to 5 as well. So that's okay. We're just going to get this all dug in here. We're now still a level 3 naval base here. Okay. We'd like to bring that up a little bit higher. It is currently going to go up to a level 4 naval base soon. So that looks good. We're just digging in here, and we'll be fine. We're up to a lot of levels of land fort here now. 4 out of 7. So no issue there. Draft dodging. Honestly, I don't care. We don't have a manpower issue. It's fine. So that seems okay. How's this invasion going? Are we going to be uncontested here? No. It's not uncontested. We'll see how it goes. It's not going well. So we just need to, like, burn through their supplies. Yeah, we pretty much just need to burn through their supplies. With the naval control here, they can't effectively resupply this, so I'm just going to reassign this, and we're just going to continue to do that. So that looks good. We'll burn through those supplies, we'll get there eventually, is the idea. These guys have arrived over here, and they're only at 3 out of 31 days, so that looks okay. I'm assuming these are going to take a while. Yeah, I actually want all of these guys here. There we go. So 62 out of 126 days. Sounds good. Now, our reinforcements are arriving here. So we can pull these guys out, and they are going to run a naval invasion from here to here. And also here, like that. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll remove them from this line. So the Marines are going to come off of the line there, and infantry are going to take their position. There's a small window where we could be attacked here, but I don't expect it to be a problem. We've got mountainous terrain, we've got land forts. It should be okay. This is now a level 4 naval base, and we are very, very close to getting our supply hub. 8 days. So that sounds good. Once we get that, we should be able to start pushing out here again. So that looks fantastic. Our infantry are arriving. They did not take advantage of this. So that seems absolutely wonderful. There's definitely a lot of British troops on these islands. No doubt about that. So that's very exciting. We lack the intel necessary to dare sending an invasion through the Bay of Bengal at this point. Interesting. Why are you not... Oh, you're currently repairing. Oh, okay, I see. Well, once they're done repairing, they'll get back out here and it'll be fine. So that's not a big deal. That's okay. So, out over this way. We should be seeing our supplies in a much better state now. So we can just motorize that on up. And it's definitely a little overloaded, but that's okay. I'm going to take the tanks here, and we're going to tell them that their goal is simply to push up all the way to this northern edge here. And they can get going on that. Okay, so we're going to push through here. Now that we have supplies flowing in, we should be in a better state, but we still need to get this naval base built up or have more naval bases here. Supply flow is still going to be a little bit on the slow side, but at least we're providing the supplies up over this way now, right? So that'll be fine. We'll just continue to attrition our way through that. Looks like we've launched this invasion again. And I'm wanting to check out over here. These guys haven't launched their invasion yet because the Navy is still repairing. Okay, sounds good. So let's see what happens with this invasion here. I'm not expecting a huge amount to happen, to be clear. So that seems okay. We're kind of in a bit of a stalemate for right now, but things are absolutely going to be changing here as we burn through their supplies. That said, they've probably had a while to stockpile their supplies, so this could be a pretty hefty war of attrition. It's okay. So eventually we'll come in here and we'll attack Pitcairn Island. I still don't know how many troops they have there, technically, but it's enough to repel our previous invasion. Hey look, there's a war in Chile. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely seeing a very similar outcome to last time, but we're going to continue to raid this repeatedly. They're going to have a hard time supplying it because of our ships in the area. And yeah, these guys are all going to be heading back. We're just going to reassign them here and tell them go ahead and do that as soon as you're ready. So out over this direction, the question is, how's our Navy doing up over here? So we've got a Navy that is these guys at this moment. They're still repairing in West Bengal. Okay, so we can enable automatic split off. And I would like it if they just head on back. But apparently they're not interested. That's fine for now. We've got an autosave ongoing. And we do have a lot of political power. I want to check in to see on our... And the draft evasion crisis, yeah. So recruitable population factor is going to go down by 10%. Is that permanent? Well, we only have 25 days. So we're going to have to do this. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. So we're then going to look to core something, and that's going to be South Korea. That'll be fine. So now I want to check in out over here, and we can see supplies are still a bit tight for us. No doubt about that. So to that end, I'm going to go ahead and build another supply hub right up over here. We'll get that underway, but that'll take a while to build. And supplies aren't nearly as bad as they were. Ooh, they're attacking us. This is very good for us. They will expend a lot of supplies in their attack. So that's great. We have a hard time pushing through the mountains, and this is just generally kind of a rough area to attack. So I'm not terribly surprised about that. These guys are still retreating back. Okay, let's check in on the status of the Bay of Bengal. Abort that repair. Just get out here. Okay, so we have these guys launching an attack here. Are we launching the attack here yet? Tomorrow. Okay, so these attacks are going to be pretty simultaneous. That's good, because that means they can't reinforce each other. Our military crackdown succeeded. That was good. That was only a 60-40 chance. So we're going to launch this attack here. The hopefully more successful attack will be back here. But that's a little behind. Yeah, that's not going so well. Okay. Well, we'll continue to try those attacks, but it's definitely not going well. We should probably do some naval invasion support with one of our fleets. That would probably be useful, wouldn't it? So that's something we can definitely think about. Out over here, I'm going to have this fleet, I think, be on naval invasion support. So that seems reasonably fine. Hopefully we'll get at least some bombardment out of that. And then these guys are going to be ready to go again shortly. So that seems good. Back over this direction, we have these guys who are not assigned here at this time. And what army was this? This army? Yeah, it was this army. Get over here. And then over here, we had these Marines. Get over here. There we go. That'll do. So that looks good. We are making maybe some progress over here at this point. But it is slow going. It's very grindy over this way, and this isn't surprising, given our supply setup. Supplies are very beneficial for them, as we can see, and they're not beneficial for us. We have to get our supplies built. But it is improving. If we can take this naval base, that would be a very big deal. But for now, it'll take a little while. So we're launching out over here, and we have 75 ships. These are all submarines, aren't they? They are. That's unfortunate. We're going to have these go on to naval invasion support. Okay. So that seems relatively fine. We're going to get caught up over here. There we go. Hopefully now we'll actually have some naval invasion support. And I want this fleet to also be ordered to have this region. Okay, there we go. So we'll see if that does anything, and then this out over here in the Bay of Bengal, I'm going to move these guys over to also being on naval invasion support. Clearly we need the support, so that seems relatively fine. When are these guys going to be launching? Well, it's going to be a little while yet. Okay. So we're hoping to free up some fleets out over this way, although I suspect we could probably... We could probably move one of these fleets over to here, at least temporarily. So I'm going to move this one down so we can see if this naval invasion will be a thing. Okay, so with the naval invasion support, with the bombardment, let's see what happens here. Basically exactly the same thing as before. Well, that's unfortunate. Did our fleet ever actually show up here? They're chilling back here. Okay. Maybe it was just a little late to get them assigned. Well, we'll reassign here. That seems okay. These guys are able to launch their attack whenever they're ready. So let's go ahead and do that. We're struggling to get any progress at this moment, and that's fine. We can attrition this out, but it's going to take a while. We can see that their supplies are getting very low out over here, though. That's a very good sign for us. That's a very good sign for us. So we're going to hop in right over here. Looks like this is undefended here. So we're attacking their naval base, but this area appears undefended. Okay, so we're here now, and we need to move in right here and take that naval base. Excellent. Now we're just going to move in here. And there we go. Perfect. So this territory is now ours. And that's absolutely great. But, of course, we're struggling to invade the islands that the UK holds. Those islands are quite well defended. Looks like we're attacking again out over here, and I want you to naval invasion support all of this. Where are you right now? You're docked again. Okay, so it wants to help this invasion. It does not want to help this invasion. Okay. I see how it is. We're playing favorites here. Okay. Well, for now, it's fine. We can just continue to harass them down here. It's not going to go well. And this invasion is going to be done in another, 80 days. So that's going to take some time. Out over this way, we can definitely see that their supplies are getting less thorough. We can see that their... What is this bar called? The orangish bar in this game? I always forget the names of these. The fighting strength. Their fighting strength is starting to drop. And that's a very good sign. You can see that our fighting strength is not dropping. Our organization is, but our fighting strength is remaining good. So no problem there. This means that we will start to see success here fairly soon. We just have to keep up the pressure. And that's absolutely fine. Now, we could launch an invasion all the way from, India or all the way from Southeast Asia over here down to Australia. But I feel like that's a bad idea. I'd prefer to continue to attack Port Blair. And that's probably what we're going to continue to do. But for now, I'm content with just doing attrition here. This is fine. We will work our way through their extremely built-up supplies eventually. Keep in mind, it's 1974. We just had a quite long period of peace, and things are going to be fairly extensive in the stockpiles. That's okay. We'll work our way through it. So out over this way, looks like we're invading again. We'll see if this does anything. I kind of doubt it, but we can do this about once a month, and that's fine. We can keep trying. Looks like this time our naval invasion support fleet is keeping with us, so we'll see if that changes anything in the calculations here. I'd still kind of be a little bit surprised. The UK is doggedly defending these islands, no doubt about it, but it's okay. They don't have very much, to be honest. Hey look, there's a war in Chile. Okay, so we are going to invade here. This is doing exactly the same thing as it did before. Okay.
Hey, come on.
I'm going to put these guys in on it as well. So I've got these 12 here. And I want them to join with one of these armies. What army is this? This is... Yeah, I'm going to combine these two armies. And all of these are now going to be responsible for this invasion, which apparently we can't assign. Let's just delete that. I guess it's because the invasion is still ongoing. And we'll invade, once again, from Galapagos over to Pitcairn Island. Okay, and we want to make sure that all 18 are assigned to this. They are. So it's going to take them some time to get there. That's understood. But look at this. We're starting to push through down over this way. That's excellent. The war of attrition is definitely starting to go in our favor at this time. One thing I'm noticing is this railway is only level 1. Let's get that upgraded. That'll be fine. We also want to motorize this supply hub now that that's built. So that looks good. This naval base is up to level 7 and is fully supplying us out over this way. So that looks great. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. The war in Chile is over, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Rornaz, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. By the way, I just checked the manpower levels of the UK. Look at that. There is 0 manpower here. So yeah, we're definitely going to be able to just attrition this. That's going to be the goal. See you all next time.